So we're Seiers Scandinavian craft bitters, and we make organic bitters in the heart of Scandinavia. We do everything organic, and we do everything without additives or sugars or anything else. It was founded by me, and I was missing bitters that could just sort of be spices for cocktails instead of having a lot of additives and stuff. So what we've done is we've designed a bottle that's easy to hold, and then we've done what we call an honest product. It's just what it is. It's nothing else. And every time we hit up bars, we get great reviews, which is fantastic. And the reason we're going to the US is that it's the biggest market for bitters in the world, and we need somebody to collaborate with to sort of get to grips with a whole new market. We have sets for at-home bartenders. We have 3 different ones. There's a Negroni Manhattan set, there's a gin and tonic set, and there is an old-fashioned set. And all of them come with it comes with a little bit of information on the lid, and there's also an inlay note. And if you scan the QR code on the back, there's videos to introduce you to how to use the bitters for at-home bartenders as well. So it's a new way of sort of approaching at least the at-home bartender. Because for many at-home bartenders, the large bottles are too big. They never get through them, and it becomes something that's stuck in the corner, and they don't really know what to work or how to work with it. So again, we want to create a platform for not just the geeky top mixologists. We also want the at-home bartenders to sort of play around with flavors and do whole new things. And that's also one of the biggest markets right now, is the growing at-home bartenders. And I think one of the hardest things to approach for a normal person is how to use bitters. Because if you overdose, you kill the cocktail, and if you don't dose enough, you don't really get any effect of it. The cocktail bitters that we've done are a little bit more dense in flavor. So we have, I don't know if you can see, we have dosage lines on the dropper. Because if you work fast behind the bar, usually you put them into dasher bottles. Like you would have house dasher bottles and use those. But a dasher bottle doesn't dose the same all the way through. They also make some Japanese dasher bottles that can do it, but then sometimes you have to wait because it doses really slowly. So what you can do here is you can get the amount that you want, and then you know how much you dose with 2, 3, or 4 dosage lines. That's what it picks up in a dropper. And also at the same time, when I work with them in my own restaurant, we leave them open during the evening, but you can still grab it without the top falling off. You can still work fast with them even though it's dropper bottles. So I think we've made a geeky product that's made for working fast as well. So our experience now, we are in all of Scandinavia, we're in the UK, and we're in Italy. And the feedback everywhere we go, especially with the bars, is tremendous. We're at a higher price point. Not many have ventured into sort of premium bitters yet, but that's definitely where we are. We're about retail, it's about 3 times the price of sort of normal bitters on the market. But because it's a denser product, you dose less. So actually the price isn't that much, it's not that far away from each other because you dose less. But I think the honesty in the product and the way that you can work with it, if you go back to sort of the beginning of making bitters, I found that when I finished cocktails, then I would add the bitters at the end, especially if I was building a competition cocktail. But then because there was so much sweetener in the bitters, then it would obscure the sweetness balance, and I would have to go back and rethink the whole cocktail, which is one of the reasons why we did it with no additives. So even in the cacao bitter, there's no sugars. If you use it as a cacao, you get the dryness of the cacao flavor. but only if you add sweetness to the cocktail, you'll actually get the sort of chocolatey flavors from the cacao, because you need sweetness to bring that out. But that's why it becomes something different than what everybody else has done. We didn't want to do something that was close to everything else. We wanted to do something in the end that would make me happy as a bartender, and hopefully it would pick up with other bartenders. But we're in all the biggest bars in Denmark, and we're building on that in Italy and the UK as well. And the feedback we've had when we went to Canada and the US has just been tremendous. So I think it's not so much a problem for us to convince the bars. It's more a problem of the distributors understanding the price point and understanding what they can actually gain from it. Because we're at a completely different price point, that we need somebody to sort of understand what we're doing and be part of that mission. Because if it's just looked at as a bitter product, it seems expensive and it seems over the top. But as soon as we get it into the hands of bartenders, and it doesn't have to be mixologists, just regular bartenders that use other bitter products, you know, it just stands out because they can dose less and they can work fast. Well, right now we're basically open to everything. We're in discussions with a few importers. We've had discussions with distributors as well, and we're just sort of trying to gauge everything. It's definitely for us getting the right fit. We don't just want to get a deal with somebody that will stock the product and not really work with it, or not really sort of bring attention to it in the market. So I think we're at a stage where we're still brand new to the market, and we need to figure out how to do everything right. But it's not just about getting a deal, it's about getting the right deal. So it's definitely about feeling comfortable with the people that we work with, be it retailers, distributors, or importers. And nothing's set in stone yet. We have interest from some of the big hotel chains, but everything is, we need to figure it out with the importers and distributors that we use. So it's honesty in the product, but it's also honesty in sort of meeting people and figuring out how to do it right, instead of just doing something that might hurt both them and us in the long run. So we really want to make sure that we do it right. But we're looking for everything. We just want to get, as soon as we get this into the hands of the bars or the at-home bartenders, they can definitely taste the difference. And that's the main thing for us. It's just the honesty of the product and the honesty of the people behind it.